Let me unmute that. Hello, hello, hello. Welcome, everybody out there. I think we're just some final audio things for Arthur, and then we're good to go. We will not have, if I can figure out where my hand needs to be, I need to point in the other direction. We will not have Wekasui today, unfortunately. It's just the three people, Arthur, Rockfist Records, formerly known as Kill Every Venue, and Nova Bunny.
Oh, dang, rebrand. I like that. Sick.
Forced
So
rebrand,
Rockfist?
but
Rockfist?
yeah, Rockfist Records.
It's
Hell yeah.
There's a story behind it that you can share at some point. But welcome in. We are doing stream together, so you may see messages. Let's see. Nova is streaming right now. Rockfist should be streaming momentarily. I think Arthur's streaming. So yeah, all of our chats are shared, so you'll see messages from everybody's chat in there. Go follow everybody. We're all friends. We all do some awesome things. So spread the Twitch love with that.
Thanks for the shout, EMJ.
Yeah, thanks mods for modding, and one of our mods is Nova Bunny. So she may be both modding and playing today. Sometimes, yep.
I would say I'm a part-time mod. It's MJ and
Mark.
Mark. I say Macker because I just read it, so I'm like Macker. I'm like, no, Mark.
Either works. Let's see. Arthur's stream is getting everything. Oh, flipping back and forth between things. But anyway, we will do a little bit of a recap. Since it was November was the last time we played. I think it's been a minute, and I was doing some research from old streams to catch myself up on some details I may need for this stream, and I realized that the mission that the players are on to recover a missing ore shipment for a rich family called the Cassalanters in Waterdeep. I realized that was April of last year is when this mission was first offered.
Oh man.
So it's been almost a year to take a year of our time to take what will end up being about 10 days of game time.
We're building anticipation, you know?
I'm telling you, it's the curse of D&D. That's the scheduling.
Yes, yeah. If we were all like teenagers, it would be fine because we wouldn't have responsibilities. We could play every week. We could do whatever. But
we got too much crap going on.
We're all unfortunately grown-ups. Yeah, we have grown-up things that come around. Can I boost Nova? She seems quiet. Yep, let me boost her audio a little bit. Thank you. And if any audio is needs to be adjusted, just let me know. I can change that on the fly. So yes, the group of players, Sylvaris, who's a human wizard, Shin, who is a dragonborn paladin, soon to be something more, and Zin, a water genasi rogue, and Orion, a half-elf bard, were tasked by the Cassalanters to go recover a missing shipment of ore that was due in a town called Amphale, about 3 days northeast of Waterdeep. The team traveled up there, encountering a very large bug that infected Sylvaris for a little bit. A young, what appeared to be a young girl who turned out to be a vampire, and then some other shenanigans as things were going on. The group found a camp of kobolds that were in the service of a young green dragon, and through some supreme convincing off of a natural 20, Shin was able to convince the green dragon to let the group go with just the Cassalanter ore and leave some of the other treasure behind.
That was so good.
That was perfect. So last we left the group, they were returning to Amphel in the evening with the shipment of ore, and everything seemed to be going swimmingly for them, I guess. They'll have roughly one night in Amphel and then 2 to 3 nights on the road back to Waterdeep to escort the ore back. So that's kind of where we're leaving everybody. Trying to think if there's other things. There had been other side missions that the team had gone on. There was some investigation of demonic activity in a village just outside of Waterdeep. But that was before they got tasked by the Cassalanters for this. So there was a couple other things that they had done. Arthur, I just want to check to see if your audio is good. I know you've been setting stuff up.
I think so.
Okay. I know you're setting stuff.
Yep,
up
I think
on
I'm
your
all set up now.
Okay.
Thanks.
All right. So we will do the and we fade in to the I don't even have I should have grabbed the notes. The tavern that you were staying at in Amphel when you first arrived there. We fade in back on that tavern. You have paid some townsfolk to keep guard over the shipment of ore. This is a stop on the mining routes, so this is a common thing. There are trustworthy people there. You just offer them usually a couple silver for food and drink, and they keep an eye on your shipment. Yeah, you are in the tavern. Orion is just off in the corner, and there's dogs barking somewhere in the town. Orion is off in the corner of the tavern. She's playing a little song at the moment. You guys are free to discuss what's happened, talk amongst yourselves.
Man, how did we survive, guys? Like, that was intense.
I have no idea.
By the grace of Odin.
Yeah, I don't know what you did. I don't know what kind of riz you have, but that was intense. I'm not talking about camping.
It was just mutual dragon folk appreciation for one another.
Oh, that's okay. Let's not
Surprised
get into
now, yeah.
that. But
Quite impressive.
okay. Well, I guess you have a girlfriend now, but
No, ladies, I'm off the market.
What are we
Benefits, I
doing?
suppose.
What's our next plan, guys? I don't know. I mean, I usually could just go get a drink and try to calm down after things like that, but I'm down for whatever you guys want. Maybe. Within reason.
Within reason.
Well, I've got no
You
plans
would be
myself.
down to go slaughter somebody and sacrifice him to the Dark Lord.
Yeah, let's maybe find someone, not just someone random, if you're gonna slaughter
Okay.
somebody.
Okay.
Perhaps a nosh first.
Maybe we should let's go down from 100 and let's find a middle ground here.
Dial it back a bit.
I mean, we came back because we're finishing that mission for those stupid, what are they? The Lord people, nobles. Anyway, so we should probably figure out what we're doing with that.
Sounds reasonable.
I mean,
Cassalanter.
DM, is that are we able to continue that?
Yeah. Continue which the mission?
Well, because like we didn't. Did we finish? Sorry, I heard
There's
the
still the escorting the ore back to Waterdeep. So you're still about 2 to 3 days away from bringing it back to them.
That's what I'm thinking. So maybe we get a drink. We pause for a minute. But I'm not trying to get caught up in any other shenanigans anytime soon. So
You're not?
no, I like to have skin I like to be alive. So
That was our thing.
I don't know. You're the one with the armor, bud. Okay, you're the one with the armor.
On
You
the
could
glass
borrow
cannon
it.
over here. my
You could borrow my armor.
That's not gonna fit me.
It might
No
be
way.
heavy.
So you said, I'm sorry if I forgot, Alex, that we the mission is effectively done. The original mission.
Yep, you have the shipment. You're back in Amphail, which is I'm
The
seeing on
town
your
outside of
stream. It's
them.
in the center of your screen. It's the like stopover mining town from the
Right.
mountains. They bring the
But we
shipment.
don't have to like escort anything back or anything.
You kind of will. We'll hand wave a little bit of it.
Alright.
Okay.
Yeah, I already gave you guys the difficult-ish journey up to Amphail. We don't necessarily have to rehash all of that to get it back.
Well,
Because that
I
might take
say-
another 6 months of real life time.
Probably.
let's discuss this, people.
Alright.
How much is the Cassalanterns paying us, and how much do we have here?
So the Cassalanters are
Well-
paying you 1,300 gold. That's part of the research I had to do to remember how much they were going to pay you. And
it's
what
cool
you
as
have
hell.
right now
It's
is
cool as
unprocessed ore and uncut
Right.
jewels. So there's
Uncut gems.
value, but there's also cost to get out that value. So
Process it.
yeah.
Mhm. Okay.
You could try
Not worth
and
it to run.
find someone else to sell it to, but
Nah, I got connections, but they're gonna want a piece of the pie too. So
Yeah. Also, we'll
uh,
get those people mad at us.
well, I
I
don't.
mean, that'd be great.
Who cares about that, nobles? But
I'm not scared of nobles.
Yeah. Who cares about nobles?
um. So I guess we can whatever. I'm gonna pocket one little bit of ore though because it looks cool.
what kind of ore do you want to pocket? There's some
get emerald.
copper, some emerald, some amethyst, maybe a little bit of platinum.
Probably do amethyst.
Okay.
I'm like, oh, pretty.
You get a chunk of rock that is about the size of your palm, and about half of it is kind of the rough greenish grayish stone, and there's kind of 3 nice big crystals of amethyst that come out of it, with all the other little bits of amethyst around it too.
Heck yeah. The
Yeah, it makes me
beginning.
wonder if there's a spell or something that might use a raw gem that might tempt me to take one for myself, but I can't think of it.
Oh, that's true. I don't think you'd have any yet. I know.
Okay.
If you have was it chromatic orb, that
Uh-huh.
it's a ranged attack spell that can use a gem, and it doesn't use up the gem. So I think that's something that is a possibility. The higher level spells are the ones that more frequently or more often would require gems or more expensive things and use them up.
Okay. I suppose I'll behave then.
I didn't, but you know, I'm not sharing.
Well, as the night continues, you guys fill your bellies with a good meal, some good drinks. Orion provides some good music to the inn throughout the evening, and you all retire to your rooms up on the second floor of the inn.
Is this a short rest?
It would count as a long rest. I think all your characters already have long rests.
I
Could be
think
wrong,
so.
but
Alright.
if you need to do it, you can do it in your character sheet.
Let me make sure.
Is there any kind of like imperative that we have to get the supplies back in a certain amount of time?
You weren't given one.
Okay. So I asked because I suppose now that mission's over, effectively, I guess we'd have time, for instance, if we wanted to, not that I'm sure how, to look more into that whole vampire chick story.
That is a
'Cause I was
possibility.
intrigued by that.
Vampires? You want
Yeah.
to learn more about vampires?
Well, it seemed like that was some rich story that our cool DM came up with, and I was like,
It was a
Okay.
random
Hey,
table.
no breaking. We can't
He's
break the
got-
fourth wall that
he-
much.
Need a hot vampire mistress. You're not fooling me.
Mhm. I like to keep my blood inside of my body. Thank you very much.
that's fair.
It's more effective
Right.
there.
But
Might as well.
but I mean, what was her deal again? Can you?
She was
Something?
she had said she was traveling with her parents. Her parents
Oh,
had
yeah.
left her on the side of the road.
Near the tavern or where we're
Yeah,
at.
you brought her back to the tavern to see if there was anything about her parents, and her story fell apart because she hadn't been through the town.
Mm,
And then
right, I remember that.
I think Shin had done a detect good and evil and pinged on her,
Yeah.
and then
And
she threw Orion across the room, kind of revealing
Oh,
she's not just a little girl.
Orion like asked
Yeah.
her to be straight up, and then boom.
So what's the benefit of exploring this? Oh, great person that is in my party.
Oh, illustrious wizard.
Well, Sylvaris definitely just wants a hot vampire lady.
That's
Who
what it
doesn't?
sounds like.
No, it's just in my experience, it seems that when you ignore and say like, "Oh, phew, got away from that problem," that it sort of tends to come around. So I just didn't know if we
We'll
want to
deal
sort of
with
follow
that
up now that we had
when
time.
we cross it.
I mean,
That's
I
true.
guess I could try to track her and see where she might have gone and start there. But you owe me. You owe me a beer, okay? You owe me a drink after this.
Fair enough. A flagon.
Yeah. Nah,
More
maybe
like
two.
more like a keg.
So
All right,
for the heck of it, Zen, just roll a investigation.
yeah, that's what I was like trying to. I was gonna see what you were thinking to use roll investigation.
Mhm.
Yeah.
She just looks at the table and says, "Nope, not here."
A 9.
I've been drinking a little bit.
Yeah. You see, so after that conversation, Sylvaris, you see Zin go around the tavern. There's like 4 other groups of people there, and Zin's had a few drinks, so they're stumbling a little bit as they walk between the tables. And you can't hear their conversation, but you can tell from the body language of those other groups that they don't really want to be involved in whatever Zin is talking about. They're just trying to dismiss them and kind of laughing as Zin walks and stumbles to the next table before returning to your table and just kind of slumping back and revealing they didn't find any information.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know.
You and your
Don't
nutty.
I know nothing right now. I think you guys need to take the. You guys do the thing. Do the
I'm
looking.
not smart. I just pick things up and put them down.
You know, that's negative self-talk. I've been reading some self-help books, and I think you need to check it out.
Shin,
See,
you're
I have a negative one.
Never mind. Never mind. Maybe not.
yeah.
I mean, I should do one, or is it that it?
You can, yeah.
Hey, you
Shin,
know what? Wow.
Shin's strong,
Intelligence
good
roll?
at fighting, and
You know
funny
what?
guy.
This was your idea.
No
So,
smart.
so you know what? I think you need to start. You need to look at this.
Oh, you said investigation, right?
Yep.
Let's do it.
18.
Hey, there you go.
All right. Well, Shin and Zen, you're staying back at the table. Shin, you're still weighing things in your mind of some things that have your actions in essentially helping the Cassalanters and how that's weighing on your mental state. Your body language, like no one wants to talk to you because they can see that you're just in a funk.
Conflicted.
Zen being the complete opposite, like trying to talk to everybody and be a drunken, happy person. Sylvaris is a little more thoughtful and calculated.
Mhm.
and starts going to those same tables, starting saying, "I'm sorry for my friend over there. We were in town a few days ago. There was a young, what we thought was a young girl. Did you hear any stories about that?" And through the conversations amongst the different tables, you start to piece together that some of these townsfolk do remember the girl. They remember the incident. It was at a different inn, where you confronted her and she attacked and fled. But there are some stories pieced together. Some are recalling that they've seen her around Amphail months ago. And there have been whispers of some of the miners coming back with wounds around their neck, feeling lightheaded, missing miners. But again, there's the kobolds and the dragon that you saw. There's other things in the area, so it doesn't necessarily single out the vampire. But you get the feeling that that vampire may reside in the general vicinity of Amphail, but no specificity about where that might be.
Well, I'm satisfied.
All right.
Did that tickle your fancy?
Well, I mean, obviously we don't have any clear direction, and you pointed out that it is a vampire. So while I'm intrigued, it's probably best not to poke a hornet's nest.
Yeah, I think just I'll get. Don't worry, I got you. I'll get a vampire book for you, a good one.
I
I've
can read
heard
that
it.
on the way back.
I've heard it. I think it's called Twilight or something
Oh,
like
The
that.
vampires sparkle in that one.
Too late.
Oh,
No worries. But I think definitely let's just we pit stopped. Let's just keep it moving a little bit and
Fair enough.
try to get to Waterdeep in a decent amount of time.
Alrighty.
What do you say?
you're
get
right.
remoist.
So you'll stay at the inn for this night, because by the time you got there after
Yeah.
the dragon thing, it was in the
For
evening.
sure.
Yeah, you can decide to leave first thing in the
Long
morning.
Yep, sounds good.
All right.
We do
But
that.
as you retire in your room, Shin, you're in a room by yourself, and as you're laying down in your bed, your eyes watching the flames of the in the fireplace kind of make the shadows dance around the room. That feeling of guilt or uncertainty about the actions that you took, and how you've done something positive for the family that you're convinced has killed your family. It just is like a swirling, a boiling storm in your head, and those are the thoughts in your head as you drift off to sleep. And when you do finally fall asleep, your dream starts back in your family's house in Waterdeep, and you see in you're in the great dining room of the house with the large table, your family's crest hanging on the wall. You see seated at the table your mother, your father, and your older brother and sister. And you start to hear some laughing and playing in the distance. And you can see your niece and nephew, and they're playing with two human children. And you look over across the table from your parents, and you see Victoro and Amalia Cassalanter there. And you're realizing the children, they're the Cassalanter children. They're playing with your niece and nephew. There's a conversation going on between your family and the Cassalanters, and the words are mumbled. It's a dream state, so you can't really pick out what's going on. But you can see that the body language between the two families seems positive, and you think this is probably this is the vision of what was going on when the Cassalanters made the deal to buy a portion of your family's business and invest in it. And you see the Cassalanters motion to their servant, and who looks like an older human male. He brings out a case, a wooden case, with 6 bottles of wine, and the Cassalanters motion to start pouring the wine, and your family, they all get a glass and raise their glasses, and there's a toast, and it seems like whatever deal was being made is done. And then
Throw my great sword at the cup in my dad's hand.
and the dream shifts a little bit. You can see it's still the dining hall. You get the sense there's no windows in the dining hall, but you get the sense that from the light that it's evening now. It's not afternoon, or there's less daylight. It's nighttime. The Cassalanters aren't there anymore. Your family is still there talking amongst themselves, and they seem happy. During this time, you had been training. You wanted to go to be a soldier and train in the martial arts, and serve your family in that sense. So you weren't there when this happened. But the dream keeps playing through your head, and you hear the clock. There's the 11 chimes for the 11th hour. There's conversation, liveliness, everything's happy. The other workers in your house are coming and going. And then the clock strikes 12. And first you see your mother fall. And your father looks over at her to try and pick her up to see what happened to her. But as he leans down, he falls. And then your brother and sister look at each other and they fall. And everything is still. No one's moving. There's no sound. And the dream just gets darker and darker. And then you hear a voice. Shin of the broken line. You who have been left to smolder in the ashes of your slaughtered kin. I see you. How do you respond?
Who speaks to me?
The Cassalanters believe themselves untouchable, their power absolute, but they are mistaken. Their fate is already written. They will fail me. And his voice is just rumbling, and you feel this doom behind it, the voice. When that failure comes, I will be there to claim what is owed, and I offer you a place at my side when the flames consume them. And with that, the vision in this dream lights back up, and you're back in the dining room, and you see Victoria and Amalia Cassalanter there at the far end of the table from where you're standing, and you feel this unbridled rage build up in you and start to channel itself through your arm, and you just go to try and strike them. Roll a ranged attack for me.
Let's see.
So you can just a d20.
D20?
Yeah. That was.
Oh wait, what did you do?
We'll do the 16. That's fine. The 16. So with your reaching out to strike them, you feel just your rage channel through your arm and leave your hand, and you see this bright red bolt of energy fly towards them and impacts on Victorio and knocks him down. And Amalia is still standing there, and she's not moving, but she starts to laugh at you. What do you do now?
I blast her too.
And feeling that rage building through you, you reach out your other hand and channel that rage through your hand, and we'll use the other attack that you did. and that strikes her in the chest as well. And she looks down as you see a wound open up on her chest before she fades away into smoke and mist. And the voice comes back to you. Swear yourself to me, and I shall grant you the power to tear them apart, not as a pawn, but as my chosen blade. No longer will you be the last of your family. You will be the first of something greater, a harbinger of their ruin. How do you react?
If you are true in saying that you can help me end the Cassalanter, then I will serve you. But if you are playing a trick on me, I will come after you tenfold what I ever would have done to the Cassalanterns.
And with that, a figure appears in front of you, and it is this just immensely massive man with like dark bronze skin, slicked black hair, wearing what appears to be like a suit, something like not necessarily a suit in our time, but what would be a suit in this medieval fantasy time. Extremely well dressed, just has this powerful, charismatic draw to them that like pulls you to wanting to do his bidding. And he says to you, there is no trickery. There is no deception. The Cassalanters will fail, and you will bring about that failure. Your oath to your god Tyr has given you strength, but strength is not enough. You need certainty. You need vengeance. Accept my gift, and we will ensure the Cassalanters live in fear of the name they thought they had erased. Choose now, Shin. Walk away and remain their victim, or take my hand and become my retribution. And he reaches his hand out to you.
I just reached out my hand and I say, let's do it. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
I'll shake his hand. Just stoically, like, be quiet.
Sure. And as you reach out your hand, he grabs it, and that rage that you felt through your body and channeled through your hands as you fired your first Eldritch Blast, you feel 10,000 times that rage just blast its way into you and like take over your entire body and stays there. It like with the Eldritch Blast, you feel it for a moment and it channels and leaves you. But with this, that rage, that power, that extra fire to everything is now a part of you. And you now have a level of Warlock as you
Hell
light.
yeah.
Damn, son.
Okay. And we don't see this. This is
No, this
literally
is-
has happened
this was
while
all-
in his room.
while Shin was in his room overnight.
Damn, bro.
So you wake up in the morning, and for Shin, you're up early, and you wonder if it was a dream. You still feel that rage burning inside of you, and you remember the dream. You reach your hand out at the charred remains of the wood in the fireplace, and you think for a moment, was that a dream or was that real? And you feel yourself channel that rage again as another blast comes out and just explodes the charred remains of the wood in the fireplace. And you know it was real. You now have a slightly different driving force behind your actions. You've given in to rage and vengeance rather than justice and trying to keep things on the level.
Oh,
I like just make a little few sparkling cracks of energy in the palm of my hand and smile.
All right. And then Sylvaris and Zen, you start smelling the smell of bacon and fresh baked bread
heck
and
yeah! I'm a
tea
little
and
hungover.
coffee.
I'm just like,
All the wonderful
Thanks.
breakfast smells start
Hash
wafting
browns.
up.
Crispy hash browns.
Crispy hash browns, yes.
potatoes.
Potatoes.
Mash them, stick them in a stew.
All the wonderful things. So slowly you all start meeting together back in the dining area of the inn.
Nice. Little brekkie. It's the way to start.
Yes. Let's have bangers and mash.
And pancakes too, if you've got them.
Yes,
Yep.
please.
They've got some pancakes. They've got some maple syrup. They've got jams and jellies and all the wonderful things, even in this small town.
I load them up. I eat with gusto for a tall, slender person. I'm like, yes, give me that. Give me all the foods. Especially after a night of drinking, I'm ravenous. So I eat a little messily. I kind of eat like the stray kitten that eats food for the first time in a while, and I'm just like,
Face in the
meow, meow,
can.
meow, 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 meow. Yeah, and then like you guys try to sit near me, and I'm just like, I've obviously been a street kid before, so I'm just like, that's how I eat.
Meanwhile, I enjoy some hearty flapjacks and smiling at everybody, enjoying a nice cup of coffee.
And Shin, when you finally join them, do you appear any different? Anything like that? Are you trying to?
Hide or
Yeah.
show it off.
I don't know. I'll just I'm not gonna like hide it, but I'm not gonna like reveal it yet, you know?
Do the magic wielding people, Sylvaris, are they more sensitive to detecting, like sensing something's shifted in?
It's true. Sylvaris, roll an arcane or arcana. I can't remember. Is it arcane or arcana?
Arcana, but
Yeah.
Arcane is a great show.
Yes, I'm finally watching it.
Me too. I know. Weck is like, how have you not watched it? Like Weck has already watched it like 3 times, and I'm like, bro.
She's all about that show.
So you get an 8. There's no Sylvaris doesn't notice anything.
Sylvaris is very like, this is food. Yum.
Yeah.
I know. So I thought I had something. No, never mind. Let's go back to
A little crackle.
back to eating. All right.
Um,
Not like you look a little warlocky today.
that'd be fun. So, oh gosh, whoa, is that the eldritch voice? I see our fine dragon friend, and I'm like, get some food, dude. You can't have any of mine.
Other food.
But yeah,
I
and I
only
guess
wish to
show
feast
up.
upon the souls of the Cassalanter.
Oh, when did you?
I mean, can
Oh,
you give me some of that bacon?
not like the Cassalanterns. Hey, I thought my thing was hating the Cassalanterns. Excuse me.
Nope. Oh, what?
During all
Thanks,
this,
wow.
Orion stumbles down the stairs a little bit, and there's another. What race should we say is following closely behind her? Like a human?
Vampire.
No. I think half human, half elf
Okay, so a half elf.
would be the type.
There's a half elf that's kind of sheepishly sneaking behind her as they both stumble down, and Orion comes to join your table, and that other person just leaves the inn.
Okay, I see how it is.
What was that then?
Still putting the shoes on.
Nothing, and she's just eating her food. Are we
Hmm?
we almost ready to go?
I
Had
thought
a
we
little
had
bit of
something.
fun. Had a little bit of fun there, Zin.
Mhm.
Oh no, Orion.
It was Ryan, not
Ryan
Tim.
had some. Not me, Zen. Not.
Oh, it was
Yeah.
Ryan, sorry.
Yeah. No. I wish. No. But
Yeah, musicians,
so
right?
Yeah.
yeah. So then well, eat your fill and come on, let's chop chop chop, guys.
Yep. So you guys,
Team
Yes.
captain.
Vengeance is at hand. I mean, let's deliver this payload.
Okay.
all right. Who wants to do
Deliver
the
rival
first
rivals
perception roll for the first day of travel?
You're good at that, right, Zin?
I'm good at that, so I will roll some perception. I should have perceived. Some.
I am not perceptive, I don't think. There you go, that's good.
16. That's not
There
too
you go.
bad. All
Not
right.
too shabby.
So your first day of travel, you have your carriage wagon, I guess would be a good term
I
for it.
also
With
just burped. At least I muted myself. No, I'm just kidding.
it was a double burp.
Okay, sorry.
You're traveling with your wagon with the ore.
It was the beacon.
Back the beacon is lit. Back towards Waterdeep. So in a southern direction. The weather here. See, this is tough because it's summer and it's only been a few days of game time, but it's been a year of real time. So it's still summer. It's a beautiful summer day, and you're coming from the mountains down to the coast. So there's a cool breeze every now and then. You pass some other mining company traffic going in both directions. You see some just travelers on the road as well. Nothing too out of the ordinary for it. As it's starting to get later in the evening, Zin, you're keeping an eye out for spots where you could pull off the road to set up a camp for the evening. And you remember one of the spots you were in on the way up. It was near where the vampire girl was.
Gotcha.
But you remember there were some good camping spots there. So you go and you pull off the road and you find a little clearing in the forest.
Yeah.
And you
That's good.
kind of get your
Set up.
things together, set up a little campfire, and you get to
Everybody, help me pitch this tent.
hey yo.
I'm pretty good.
12.
Okay, we set up. We start singing "Kumbaya" at the fire. No, I don't know.
Yep.
I say, hey, this is where that vampire chick was. Let's be careful and let's not go off on our own trying to follow a vampire lady. I'm talking to you, Sylvaris.
It's all right. I've got it all sus now.
Hey, Ryan had fun last night. Why can't he?
Oh, yeah, a lot of fun when you're dead.
Or
Some pretty
potentially
good-
becoming a vampire and you're immortal, and then you have ageless fun.
Yeah, I mean, the vampire has to deem that they want to turn you. I hope that you're seen as worthy.
Yeah.
Can I make one change to Shin's appearance?
Sure.
I finally thought of something. I want to go from the green and gold I was in to like mostly black, but with like just like little I don't know what to call them, like little like traces of green around.
Okay.
Yeah.
Of like your
The
body?
clothes I was wearing, yeah,
Or the
like
clothes?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
His uniform or whatever.
So Arthur, we need new art for with that.
Yeah.
I actually was I might draw something or commit. I was thinking of getting an artist to do like a character sheet.
Oh,
of
nice.
of my
Cool.
D&D.
That'd be
I
sick.
like seeing those, like where they, yeah, it'd be fun.
Nice.
But anyway, off topic. Can I roll to, like, if I notice that slight change in Shin's appearance?
I don't. I mean, if he's
Comment on it.
changed his clothes,
Yeah, you can see like the clothes for
Oh,
sure.
you just change
But-
your clothes.
yeah.
Yeah,
but, like-
but if you want to like interrogate me about that, I guess you could like roll something.
If you
Nah.
want to start some shit about it,
You are
Nah.
sitting by the campfire, and
Maybe
conversation could
I'm
come up.
pulling his chain or something. Yeah. So when did you have time to change your fucking clothes? When did you have time? Did you always have another pair of things?
It
What the heck?
was a long night.
Oh, did you craft your own clothes? What does that mean?
Something like that.
Okay, let's just be mysterious and.
yeah, he's trying a new look, I suppose.
Yeah, I guess you're going through your emo phase. Whatever.
I
He's
noticed
got his like the bangs down.
I like noticed the fire like kind of dying down. So I just like reach my palm out and like blast it with a little bit of
Oh gosh.
energy to like spark it back up.
Is that safe? Will we be safe?
It's more explosive, but in the explosiveness, it's pushing more in and more air in, and it's lighting the fire
So
up.
we're just like I'm like this. I don't know. I'm just like
It's like a
the-
controlled one, you know? I didn't go full blast.
Yeah.
Okay, I think it's very important for, people that are in a group, a team, they need to tell things. When did you have this thing? And I'm all like, what the heck?
When did you go full Iron Man?
I just start playing with the energy in my hand and looking at it and smiling, unresponsive to the conversation.
Yeah, I'm gonna go in my tent later.
New talents? I don't know.
Zin and Sylvaris each roll a religion check.
Okay. Interesting. Religion.
Check. We'll just see about this.
Dang, did I get 6?
All right.
I thought I got 6 before.
So Zin,
Yeah.
you're
Oh my-
kind of confused on it, but you know there's strange things in this world. Hell, your race is from another plane of
being a
existence.
Shin.
So
Yeah.
there's odd things
Yeah.
around.
I
Sylvaris,
just get tired of myself.
it's a
Yeah,
little
very
more
true.
focused for you. You've worked or you've studied alongside clerics and paladins and sorcerers, and you know that there's many sources of magic, be they from a god, some otherworldly patron, from study. Some people, like Maybelline, some people are just born with it. So while you haven't necessarily seen this specific form of energy, you just attribute it to what you knew of Shin being a paladin and how paladins get certain abilities from their god.
Okay. I'm just sitting there with my pipe, just kind of watching, going, puffing on it. Like, that's interesting.
Okay, you and your voice, please.
It's a little more interesting. Not in a good way.
So are you who's gonna do watches during the evening if you are going to do watch?
Maybe that's what I do. I'm just like, I'm not gonna dive deeper into this whole thing, with Shin. So I'm just like, yeah, I'll take first watch later, and just kind of like I'm there, but I'm just kind of like checking things and
Sure.
and letting them do their whatever. Go
Not
row it out.
nothing.
So yeah, I'll take first watch.
All right. Who's got
And I could
we'd probably split it into 3 so you each still can
3.
get a long rest.
Who's next?
Who's got second, who's got third?
Are you sure you want me asleep or awake while you're both asleep?
Yeah, how about Sylvaris? You take second, and
Yeah.
Shin can be last. I'll probably already be awake by then.
Right.
All right,
That
so
works for me.
each of you roll a perception for me. Zin being first watch, Sylvaris being second, and Shin being third.
Let's see. Deception.
Hey.
Perception, not deception.
Okay.
All right. Zen, you on first watch.
Villain arc. Anyway, sorry.
You start walking along the perimeter of the camp. You hear in some traffic on the road that you were on. No one seems to really be stopping in your area. It's normal for people to pull off the road and camp on this. So nothing seems out of the ordinary. You're trying to perceive into the woods if any
Into the woods.
thieves or rapscallions are trying to come to steal.
I'm
and
the rapscallion
Yeah.
here, so yeah.
and everything seems clear on your watch.
Okay.
So
I
you
dabble in
do your
website.
rounds and you go to sleep. Sylvaris on the second watch, you start making your rounds through the forest, and something on the ground catches your eye as the light from the campfire is flickering. It looks from you're probably about 10 feet away. It looks like some small shiny object on the ground.
Oh, shiny.
What's this?
And you approach, and it looks to be like a monocle size, just small piece of glass with a simple brass rim and a tiny, like the brass rim kind of extends out into a tiny little handle that
With
would
the
fit just
satanic rune on it.
no satanic runes. Just looks to be an old like monocle lens with a slate brass, a tiny brass rim and
Yeah.
handle.
You're like fixating your eye. All right. Do I do another investigation or something to see if I can see more about it or sense something about it?
Just what do you? I mean, you could, I guess. I don't know if you're picking it up and if you're looking through it.
Yeah, I check it out, take a look at it, and see if I can tell maybe where it came from or if it's got any sort of connection to
It looks
anybody we've met.
when you're first looking at it, it looks pretty old. The lens is scratched up, not horribly. Like you could still see it. You can looking at your hand, you can see it has like a tiny bit of magnification to it. Nothing extreme. And you just hold it up to your eye. You're looking around the forest, and just looks like a slightly scratched up lens. You happen to look up at the stars in the sky, and you see like a faint. I don't know if your character would know what an aurora is, but think of like aurora borealis. Like you see a faint kind of green glow that's almost like a faint river of light or loosely braided strands of hair, just something green and slightly glowy up there. You pull the lens away and you don't see it. Put the lens back, and
Oh,
just
cool.
kind of there a little bit.
What on earth is this? Oh, that's interesting. So that seems almost like there's something magic about it, right?
Could be.
So it seems like, do I have any spells that let me detect magic or perceive what's going on here?
You may. I
Let's
remember
see.
all your spells. You have so many spells.
Let's see. Get out the old spell
Get
book.
you I was gonna say we need to get you a nice little thing that well, at least the character sheet keeps it all.
A
organized.
quick cheat sheet on the side or something.
There's detect magic. That's all I've seemed to have.
Yeah, I mean that's a solid one. Does it expend your spell slot though?
It's a ritual spell. He can use it without. It just takes
Nice.
10 minutes.
Sweet. All right. Might as well do that.
All right. Hang on. I need to. Look up the schools of magic real quick. Let's see, it's not that. Okay. So you do you do it back at the campfire or do you do it where you are in the woods where you found it?
I think I'll take it back to the campfire.
Okay. So you're kind of finishing up your rounds and you're tapping Shin to let him know to do his rounds. And before you get the rest of your long rest, you just take some time to look around or to look about and try and figure out this thing. And you cast Detect Magic as a ritual spell. And it does come up as a magical item with School of Magic is Divination.
Oh.
So it is a magical
Okay.
item.
Hmm.
It's School
Okay.
of Divination.
And all I could tell when I looked at it through there was just the green light, and that was it. Nothing else.
So far, you can do a couple more experiments if you want. If anything else is appearing.
Can't think of anything. I would assume that in addition to looking up at the sky and seeing that, I was looking at other things too, and I guess I didn't notice anything else.
I will say, as part of the casting the spell as a ritual, you happened to just hold the lens over your spell book, and the writing and notes that you have in your spell book to describe the movements and everything you need to do to complete the spell, the ink seemed to shimmer a little bit.
Fascinating.
But
All right, I guess
all just minor things that you're seeing. Like like if you as the player, like you've seen pictures of Aurora Borealis when it's super bright and whatever. What you saw is not like that. It's just like a faint thing. And then looking in your spell book, it's not like you've got super sparkly ink. It's like it just has a tiny pop to it. And you don't know if it's like the light caught it weird or what, but something through the lens is slightly different than through your
What
eyes.
if I look at what if I look at Shin through it?
Shin, do you have any magical items on you? I can't remember if any of your stuff is.
Unless homeboy gave me something.
No, not yet.
Homeboy.
You've got your amulet of Tyr.
Oh,
Oh,
I forgot I had that.
the Shin's amulet that he wears around his neck. It's like a hammer with a balance scale on it. That has like it seems to sparkle a little more in the firelight.
In an evil way.
Not in an
But he
evil
looks
way.
normal otherwise.
Yep.
Okay. All right. I thought like maybe I'll see like some spirit inside of him animating him. Okay.
Not with this.
That kind of monocle.
But
All
we,
So I guess I tuck it in my pocket for now.
yeah, you can add that to your inventory.
Okay.
I think you can add things to your inventory. I'm gonna write a note down to make sure you keep that because that could be a thing.
A rod, a trinket, it's like a monocle.
Yeah.
It's a monocle. I haven't spelled monocle.
Monoclay.
Yeah.
Monoclay.
Monocle. Monocle.
And Shin, on your watch, what did you have for roll? You had a 14?
Verdara comes and pays me a visit.
Verdara. Who's Verdara? Oh, the green dragon. That's right. Wait, what? What am I? How come I'm not remembering these names? I came up with them. Shin, on your patrol, since you're the last bit of night and first part of the morning as the sun's coming up, your patrol is mostly just seeing the night animals of the forest,
Mhm.
call it a day, and the daytime animals of the forest starting to wake up and start doing their normal animal things.
Look at these little critters. You all look so delicious.
Are you gonna
Okay.
eat any of them or? No. All right. So
I
that
wake up.
that first day of travel was good. You can I don't know if you want to
I
talk.
wake up. Sorry.
She's
I w-
waking up by hearing
I
a
wake
little,
up and see,
and then I'm cooking some bacon in the morning.
and I'm just like, where did you get that?
Internet.
What the heck is
What is
that?
the internet?
What is the internet? A net of some kind? You went fishing for bacon?
You'll find out when you grow up.
In millennia, yeah. Okay.
All right. Who wants to roll perception for travel day 2?
I mean, I have really good perception, so I keep doing it. But if anyone wants to take a crack at it, I will.
Yeah,
pass
I'll
the
go for it.
torch. Okay.
Perception.
I'm bad at that, so
Oh God.
Maybe I shouldn't have.
How bad was I?
It was a natural 1.
A
It was
1.
a natty one. Oh no. Are you,
Critical
you like open our map and it's like upside down?
There
You're
is
like,
no map anymore.
Sylvaris is just not aware because
My
he's
eyes are like crossed.
well, here,
obsessed with
let's the
monocle.
DM. The DM. What happens? What happens, oh DM? Natty one.
Another day of travel. So Sylvaris, you
Thinking about vampires.
yeah, you're thinking about vampires and that monocle
Ladies.
and the maps you've seen of this area, but you're confusing the maps you've seen of this area with maps you've seen of another area, and you think there's a shortcut through one section of the hills, but you realize as you are off in the hills, you start heading east rather than south, but you realize too late, and you essentially waste the day of travel, and you're now in the hills rather than along the road.
Like
Mm.
over, yeah.
So with the help
Fine.
of the rest of your group, you find what should be a suitable place to spend the night that seems to be out of the weather a little bit, because you can see in the distance looks to be a storm coming in. That'll probably get to you tomorrow. So you find a little, there's a sharp, not really, it's like a 20-foot drop, so not a giant cliff, but you find a cliff, you kind of circle around the hill to come down to the base of that to kind of get yourself out of the wind and at least have one side of protection as you set up camp.
No?
All right. Do we do the watch thing again, I guess,
Yeah. If
for the night?
or you can just all go to sleep and roll the dice on what's going to happen.
After that, I don't know. I mean, I'm happy to take first watch.
All right. So everybody, whoever's gonna do a watch, we'll have you roll perception. We'll have Orion do one. I'll roll as her.
Okay.
Hey, but if you're staying up on watch, Ryan, better be on watch. Not up to other night activities.
All right. So
Oh geez, we're all kind of low.
let's see. Orion had a 14. Sylvaris had a 13.
Dang, my perception is not
And you had
great.
did you have a 7 for yours?
7.
And
Yeah.
Shin had 9. Why is it showing 3 minutes ago and 6 minutes ago for those rolls? That's weird.
But I think
Weird. Mine's up to date, so I don't know.
I don't know what's going on with mine.
Oh wait, Kev, are you talking to us? Oh, you're not. You're
He's
talking to
talking
somebody
off
else.
screen.
Hey, Kev, do you mind muting when you? Thank you.
Oh, I thought I was. Sorry.
No.
So I have to mute in video.
Yeah, I think you're shorts that way.
Okay.
Just you don't have a tab mute, right, or something. That's okay. I just was letting you know that. Yeah.
You could probably
I guess I
mute
could
in
mute
Video
you.
Ninja. There you go. He muted, or
Yeah.
somebody muted
There you
him.
go.
So who is doing the what's the order of watches?
I'll do the first one.
Okay,
Okay.
we'll
I'll
have,
take second again.
and then Orion will do the third one. Okay.
All right.
So Zin, you on your patrol, you're not normally up in hilly lands. You're more of a coastal person.
Mhm.
So it's a little bit of a different terrain. You kind of lose your bearings a little bit, get a little too far away from camp. And on your way back, you realize there you're seeing some larger animal tracks on the ground. Look to be something feline because you see like the big paws, and it's just the paws. It's not canine where the claws are out too.
Well, that's good.
So you're a little more aware of your surround. You're looking around a little bit more, because you think there could be some sort of large cat type animal around. You may be in their territory.
Gotcha.
While you don't see it on your patrol and watch, you did see the signs of it. So you mentioned that to Sylvaris as you're kind of doing
Okay.
your shift change.
Hey, yo, Sylv, keep an eye out. There's some animals about. Some creatures of some sort.
Okay.
For some reason, I always start talking in English accent to you. When I talk
I
to
think that's what everybody does.
you.
Seems appropriate.
What is it called? Imitation is the sincerest
Form of flattery. Yeah.
There you go.
All right. Does that mean I take my watch? or
You're
Yep.
on watch now, I think.
I'm just looking.
Uh-oh.
Just looking. Hold on.
Everybody roll initiative.
Where are we in the? Are we like in like? We closer to the river, the Delimbir River, or like?
Yeah, here where all these potato chips are.
we're, like,
Yeah,
right
you're
here.
kind of
This is
in
the
Oh,
game
you're over
master.
there. Okay. Oh, okay.
in
Like
that
potato
area.
chips. Yum potatoes.
Yep.
Gotcha.
Potato chips.
Oh, there's a little freshwater spot right here. Hey. It is a good
Pond action.
camping spot.
I'm trying to see if okay, we can go with this. I'm trying. I don't know what I have for I need to
Musical
pull
interlude.
in something.
Do 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 do.
Our little thing comes up in the bottom corner, like, be sure to watch the new fall lineup on CBS.
Yeah, just a moment.
Corporate accounts payable, just a moment.
Did it detect? Okay, that's good. See if this is I gotta see if this is an actual thing in D&D. Hang on.
See if I'm allowed to do this to you. I sure hope.
I mean, I guess I can do this. Sorry. Where's it? Finished importing. Okay, now where do I find them? Damn it. Where does it import them to? Unsure. Here? Yeah, that'll work. Okay. Sorry. All right, this was unexpected.
Well, this gives me a chance to tell you about my grandfather. He always said, fight fire with fire. He was a terrible fireman.
Seems like my kind of guy.
There. And she's there. Wow, they're that big. Okay. Well, as you are returning to camp, Sylvaris,
Mhm.
you see a large kitty.
Oh,
Once the scene loads in.
Kitty. I see it.
a large kitty.
Very large kitty.
Oh, great.
And it is sniffing and sneaking towards Orion's tent.
Oh gosh.
Oh, well. She never runs.
Dude, and I'm sleeping too, right?
Yes, because Orion would be the one
Everyone's
that's
sleeping
should be getting
except
up for the
Sylvaris.
next fight.
Yeah.
Or next fight. Next watch.
So let's see. Should I consult my spell book?
You gonna try to tackle this one-on-one? Okay.
Well,
you
I
do
mean,
you.
but I could wake everybody up. I guess I'm worried it's headed for Orion, right?
So just immediate reaction. Yeah,
Yeah, just
that's
like
fair.
like if I could just go poof and like freeze it in place, then I win. But you're right, I could fail the dice roll and screw that up.
It's up to you.
All right, then I'll raise the alarm, I suppose.
All right. So have you, as an action, call out to wake everybody up?
Two arms.
Those Shin, Zin, and Orion, you'll start prone, so you'll have to use half your movement to get up. But there won't be like a free round of combat for the lion or anything like that. So you should be able to go to the combat tab and you can roll your initiative.
Okay, let me get there. Da-da.
We should all roll initiative, I guess.
Yep. All right. So Orion is going to go first.
She will go quick.
And she is going to try. I haven't leveled her up yet, so I'm just going to try the things that she currently has. She's going to try speak with animals. Done a long rest yet. She's going to try speak with animals.
Sounds
And
good.
is it going to do what I need it to do?
We start with, "Hey, handsome."
In
Maybe go the other way.
And she's going to then try and persuade the lion that she is friend, not food. And she rolled a 21 to the lion. Let's see, lion. We think. Is intelligence? It understands. Is the scene making noise? I'm hearing
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
horses. Okay, wow. I didn't
that's
realize
what
this.
it is.
I didn't realize this scene had sounds built into it. That's pretty
Yeah,
cool.
yeah,
It's kinda cool.
background.
I
I hear the horses going every once in a while.
was like, what is going on? Let's see. I I guess insight. So it would be wisdom.
Hey, thanks for the follow.
Well, a wisdom. Did it roll? It rolled poorly. So Orion, you start hearing kind of speak in this weird sort of roaring lion sound, oddly enough. To all of you, it sounds like that. But the lion kind of cocks its head to the side and has more of a relaxed stance to it. It's still kind of sniffing around, but it's not actively approaching Orion anymore. Still likely a threat, but doesn't seem to be actively trying to eat Orion right now. So Sylvaris, it is your turn.
Yeah, I guess I put it on me. So let's see. I guess that means I'm gonna check out what I've got in my spell inventory here. Let's see. I don't know why I'm reluctant to hurt it, but at the same time, I don't want it to hurt us. So let's see. I guess I'm gonna try to put him to sleep. Is that crazy?
Go for it.
It says it's a 20-foot sphere. How big would that be on this map?
It'd be actually 20-foot sphere. I think that's 20-foot radius. So it'd be pretty big. You can
Cast it
put
in a
it
way
so
that
it's
he can
only
feel it.
going to affect the lion and not
Okay,
guys.
let's do that. All right, I'll see if I can do that.
All right.
Give him a little nappy poo. So there we go. Do it like
Sleep. Roll 5d8. So I guess you hit your HP affected button.
Okay. Where's that one?
In the chat in Foundry, there should be a button that says HP affected. So that'll do the 5d8 for you.
HP affected. I see the D8.
In the chat.
Yeah.
You see the chat
Oh,
window
I see
where
it
it
now.
talks.
It doesn't scroll down for me. That's silly. All right, so HP affected.
Yeah, do that.
All right.
16.
Wow, with 5d8.
That's pretty low.
Yeah.
uh
I see his
so it
bones.
does not affect it.
Dang it. Oh, well, glad I woke you up.
Yeah. All right. Are you gonna move at all, or are you gonna stay there?
I guess I'll move. How far can I move?
You'd move 5 squares, 25 feet. Or 30 feet. What is your move?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Like over here, I guess. Is that?
Yeah. That works.
All right.
All right. Zin, you are up.
Okay. Let me see how far. Okay. You said I'm at half my movement right now?
Yep. Just this first round, because you're waking up and standing up.
Okay. Where do I see? I forgot what my movement is. I think it's 30 feet or something usually.
I can't remember where it is on this. So
Yeah, where does it say it?
Okay, so on the main page for your character sheet, under the shield that says 13, there's a thing that says 30 and swim. But if you hover over that, it's 30 feet swim, 30 feet walk.
Okay, and then each square is 5?
Yes.
So then 15, so 3
squares, yep.
Okay. 1, 2, 3. So then I'll just get right next to Orion because I'm like, that's the protect
Yep.
that my friend that is in direct danger. So I'll go there. And then don't really have a clear view though, so it's more of just like being here ready. And
Okay.
also I don't think we're trying to actively like attack, more like defense. So
Yeah.
I don't know if I can do much except
Could-
um
A little birdie whispers in your ear, you could try scaring the animal away.
I mean, yeah, she just go. Ah.
All right, roll a performance.
Oh no. Okay. Oh
You're the
gosh,
great dragon.
I'll try. Let's see.
A 5.
Uh,
Ah.
It kind of looks at you a little bit and was just like doesn't seem to be affected by it. All right, now it is the lion's
fine.
turn.
oh no.
Uh-oh.
It's gonna keep moving. Not this. Need to move it. Oh, holy crap! It can go fast, but it's just gonna go like over here, and it's let me do something.
Uh-oh.
Okay, it's just it is kind of leaning down to sniff Shin because Shin is still prone at the moment, having just woken up. So it hasn't attacked him
So-
at all. It's just leaning down and like,
Oh shit. Oh, Shin's prone. Gotcha.
and yeah, that's its turn. So now Shin, it is your turn, and as you've woken up, you heard Sylvaris try and cast some spell on the lion, and you realize as you're still on the ground, the lion is walked over to you and its head is like right on your body, kind of sniffing you a little bit.
Um, can you hear me first of all?
Yep, yep.
Yeah.
Some audio issues. Okay, cool. So we just want to scare this thing off. That's what we were trying to do.
You could kill it, scare it. Orion can
Yeah.
try and talk to it some more.
Yeah, I'm gonna. But you're saying it doesn't seem like aggro yet.
No.
Like when it came up to sniff me.
After Orion talked to it, it doesn't seem as aggressive, but your knowledge of lions is fairly limited.
Yeah, I'm just gonna psionic mind it so that it understands what I'm saying.
Okay.
And I'll be like, "You hungry there, big fella?" And then I'm gonna like offer it some food that we had.
Roll animal handling with advantage.
Okay. Go over here.
And you got a 9. It's okay.
It's like it.
It wasn't going to be too difficult. I was setting it as a 10. Is that with the that is with the advantage? Okay. I saw a -1 in there, but that's a -1 due to your animal handling. So it goes to get the food out of your hand, but it's gonna, as it's doing it, it's gonna bite you a little bit.
Okay. How much damage?
1 point of piercing damage.
Okay. Where
nibble.
where is that at?
I think your health bar in your character sheet. Just do -1.
I feel silly. I don't know where. I can't see it. Oh, duh. Okay. There you go.
Again, this is what we get for playing once every 3 months.
Yeah. I'll be like, oh, once, but I like won't like react aggressively to me. I'll be like, yep.
Yeah, and it took the food and it like obviously it bit you as it was doing it, and it kind of backs away a little bit. It's watching you, watching Orion off to its left. seems at the moment to be content with the food. Are you gonna try and get up and move at all?
Yeah, I want to stand up, and I was gonna ask if I can like try and sense if it's like mystical at all.
You won't need to do a roll for that. This seems just like a normal beast. Nothing,
Okay, cool.
nothing out of the ordinary. Just happen to be in his
Maybe we're
territory.
in some like Narnia type.
No,
little
it's
floating
not
around.
Aslan. It's not.
Ah, Aslan.
Just a normal lion. It's supposed to be a mountain lion, but I couldn't find a mountain lion in D&D quick enough, so I just made it a lion.
That'll be my turn. then.
Okay.
Just stand up.
All right. And then Orion turns to it and talks to it some more, and she's essentially saying, just take that food and go because we could hurt you. And it's kind of like a little bit, but it understands what's going on and is kind of gracious for the food that you gave it, and it runs off back away back to its territory.
Whew, okay,
Oh,
I
yeah.
almost crapped my pants there.
I almost crapped my pants too. I was not expecting that bad of rolls for a night of for
just a
for
little
a
bit.
journey and then
Yeah.
the patrols.
Yeah, that was funny.
MJ, are you disappointed that I had the lion just go? You wanted combat? Okay,
She wanted to fight.
I see how it is.
Kitty. I don't want to kill it.
All right, so day 3, back to traveling. Who would like to do the perception roll for the travel on the way
Me.
back? Zen?
Me.
Okay, Zen, it's all you.
If that's okay with you guys.
Yeah.
Nah, that's
My-
cool. Go for it.
Go ahead.
I think from experience, I should do a good chunk of the perception.
Yeah, if you botch it, then we can try.
Yeah. Let's see, perception.
No, man.
Get is that 11? 11. That's decent-ish. So, and you've got the storm coming in. So travels, you managed to get out of the hills back to the road while still heading south, not damaging your wagon, not losing any more time. But you'll, rather than arriving in Waterdeep by this evening, you'll have to spend one more night on the road, and you'll get to Waterdeep probably before midday the next day. So you're in more of a grasslands clearing. There's some scattered farms that you see as you're in this section and that you recall from your journey up. So you could, for camping here, you could go off wherever you want. You could try and talk to a farmer, see if you can stay on their land. What would you like to do for this
I want to
evening?
talk to a farmer. I love me some farmers.
Let's put
Farming.
the total up in the wagon.
All right.
Let's just keep the wagon with each other for body.
Keep that eldritch hand away from me, dude. I don't know. I'm kind of feeling like these two guys are cool, but I want to talk to some other people for a little bit. It's been a journey. No, no, but I guess the closest farmer.
All right.
If you
So
wanna
as
tell me
you're
about that.
on the trail, you start to see some fields of corn, and since it's kind of later in the summer, the corn's fairly tall, not quite ready to harvest. But you are following the cornfields for a little bit. You see like a stone wall that's kind of in various states of disrepair. But then you see a little path going up to a small cottage. You can see a dwarven woman that is hanging clothes on a low clothesline, and you see a older dwarven man just kind of trying to repair a wagon, something like that, off to the side of the house.
Okay. I guess I approach the lady that's hanging up clothes and just kind of be like, "Hey, make sure I don't look scary." and just kind of yeah, say, hey, what's going on? I me and my buddies, we just need a space to, I mean, we're camping again, basically, right? Or just
Mhm.
finding a spot. So, if you'd be so kind, would we be able to? Well, we won't bother you, but just can we stay on a little part of your land for the night?
Roll just a straight charisma.
Charisma. Okay,
Mhm. So that's up on charisma. You
thank
the
you.
CHA. Click that.
Gotcha.
18. All right. As you approach
Hey.
and you're giving your greetings to the dwarven woman, she turns to you. Oh wow, well hello there. How are you this fine day?
Oh, I'm great, ma'am. I just start talking like that. I'm
Yeah.
great. Thank you very much. I just thought I'd ask before we, try. Would we be able to, perchance, uh, be able to camp the night, on your lovely land here? We'll make sure to not bother anybody.
That shouldn't be a problem. That shouldn't be a problem. We'll just go talk to my husband David over here, and just
Sounds
goes around
good.
the corner. Hey, David, we got some fine folk here. They're looking to just stay on the land tonight. Is that all right with you? And David is doing whatever he is to the wheel and axle of a wagon. You can't really see what's going on. He seems a little bit frustrated and kind of tosses his tools down a little bit. Well, we got some visitors here, you say? And he kind of stands up to his 4-foot height, so not too much higher than he is kneeled on the ground.
I'm all 6 foot over here.
We don't see too much of you folks around here. And he's looking at you, Zen, being water genasi, and Shin being dragonborn. They're not very common races.
Yeah,
There are obviously some around.
they can recognize who, like they know of us, right? Our races, but not seen a lot.
He
Can you
thinks that
recognize?
you're like a blue elf from the Feywild or something.
Yeah, no
Doesn't
placement.
fully understand the water or elemental plane
Yeah,
of water and things like that. He just thinks that
for
you're
sure.
one of those Fey that come from
Fancy,
yeah.
yeah.
Ain't many more folk like me left.
um,
Shit.
and then I put a or shit. Are they with me when I go up to talk to?
I don't know. Sylvaris, Shin, are you with her when?
Did you guys follow me to talk
Sure.
to the?
Yeah.
Okay, okay,
Yeah.
okay. I
I'm
put my
around.
arm around Shin. I'm like, shut up. And then and then and then we don't need your emo right now. Okay. No, that was me, and um, I'm just trying to, charm. And so
Mhm.
I'm like, yeah, we're from Waterdeep, like, ooh, big city. We're city folk, and yeah, we're just a traveling caravan. We got to deliver some goods. Yeah, just hoping to possibly, just rest somewhere for the night.
You're from Waterdeep, you say, and he starts looking at you, Sylvaris, and he gets the impression that you're a fairly intelligent person. He says, "You ever fixed a broken axle before?" To you, Sylvaris.
No, I can't say that I have. I mean, my dad did repair some.
Do you think you could help me with this? You
Certainly
help me
that I
with
have, yeah.
this, and yeah, you guys can stay on the land. That's no problem.
It's no problem.
All right, yeah. And
Oh, thank you.
he starts showing you what's going on. They're an engineering skill, I guess. Investigation. That's what you can roll
I ain't
Who,
that
me?
smart, but I'm a strong young dragon. If you got some,
Yeah,
Investigation for
we
who?
for Sylvaris. And
Okay, investigation.
yeah, Dragonborn, we may need you to lift the wagon up if for fixing the axle. 17. Okay, yeah. So Sylvaris, while you yourself have not directly fixed an axle before, You've studied lots of things, and you're fairly familiar with engineering, like minor engineering, and you can see everything that's wrong with it. You look around at the tools he has available and materials he has available, and you're like, I think I can put something together. And you motion Shin. Shin, can you just give it a little lift up a bit? Hold it for a second there. So Shin comes over and grabs the back end of the wagon and doesn't have a problem. You didn't have to do that. I was trying to say you didn't have a problem, but with a 7, you may have a problem. But you lift up the back of the wagon as Sylvaris, you and the dwarven gentleman gather all the materials you need and fasten them on the axle and get it all fixed up. After that, they prepare a little bit of a meal for you. Just they're farmers. They don't have too much, so it's like a little rabbit stew. I'm sorry to say rabbits. Nova, I know you have bunnies.
It's okay.
It was
Common,
just the first thing that was in my head.
common country food. That's fine.
No actual animals were harmed in the making of this stew.
I
No
just
relation.
you know, but the rabbit stew Kristen is like meh, not a fan.
Yeah,
So I kindly
More
act
for
like I'm
me.
gonna
I got
eat
our
it.
plate.
and there
I
are
just pick at
because
potatoes.
Zin is vegetarian, right?
Right.
Yeah, pretty
That's fair.
vegetarian.
And they do have other produce. They have
Yeah,
potatoes and
potatoes and carrots and things.
yeah, other
They
things. But
accommodate. Very nice.
plenty of food to go around. Even though it's not fancy food, it's still plentiful. So you guys get one last and safe night of sleep before having to finish your journey back to Waterdeep the next day. And we can call it there.
Yeah.
Long rest.
Yeah, it'll be a long
Short
rest.
Nice.
Okay. Wow.
So we will, whenever the next session is, hopefully it's not in 2029.
Christmas.
No, we're gonna definitely.
I know the next few months are going to kind of be on me. I know because my schedule is tight, but
Yeah, mine's gonna get pretty packed up soon. So
Mine's opening a little bit, but yeah.
the other thing we can try and do is if we can only get 1 or 2 people, we can kind of advance the story with just the 1 or 2 and piecemeal it
Yeah.
a little bit.
like someone else
I
control
agree.
them or whatever.
Yeah. There should be enough little story moments that can either focus on a person or 2, or if it is the whole group, Shin, like you said, we can just have somebody else control the character. And I can provide notes to the player ahead of time so they can kind of say how they would act in general situations, stuff like that.
Good.
Right, for
I
the
think-
roleplay aspects at least.
Cool.
I like that.
Wow, that was fun, guys.
That was-
Good job.
So Kev and I have been working on this, taking a level of Warlock for how many months now?
Yeah.
Yeah, because we wanted to know how that will, because that's really complex. And that story, I was just like, it felt like you pulled out like some tome and you were just like, this is the ancient lore of
Yeah.
and you were just like, I'm just
Correct.
like, I dropped the lore, and I was just like, "Meh." my toe hairs curled.
Babe, Shin, or drop.
Nice.
Lore drop.
Eldritch stuff. I'm like, heck yeah, give me that Eldritch. I mean, keep it away from me.
Yeah.
But good Eldritch.
And then
power.
Sylvaris finding a peculiar little object.
Yeah, that's exciting.
I know. I'm intrigued about this. Like,
And then I'm just
what
like,
this do?
I have
Away.
ideas for you, Nova. I just need to reach out to you to
no, yeah, we'll figure it out.
see how
And it'll be
amenable
fun.
you are.
Like you said, if we can't set a full group session
Yeah.
doing the little, because since we just leveled up, it's
Mhm.
we can't, it's nice to do the little vignettes of like people's story and like development.
Yep.
So
So
Yeah.
content.
dang, freaking Shin's, that level up. That's so cool. I'm excited.
Glad you liked
I'm
it.
excited
was
to
fun.
see what's going. Because especially doing like a full combat where you can do that Eldritch Blast, like
Yeah,
oh,
so
that's gonna be fun the first time.
so the funny thing was, for everybody that's watching, we're using the 2014 rules of Dungeons and Dragons. There, late last year, there was an update to the rules that changed the mechanics of a lot of the classes. Shin or Kev had at first taken a level of the new Warlock. So as I was reading through the new abilities, I was kind of building out that whole dream sequence with those, and then I was like, wait, I don't think he gets some of these yet, because I knew like Warlock is supposed to get some of these at Warlock 3, not Warlock 1. So I had to rework some of that. But so there's the potential for more things to develop in sequences like that with Shin, which will be nice. But thank you everybody, Arthur, Kev, Nova for coming on. We'll go around the table. Arthur, I tag you as the first to talk about what you do and who you are.
Very well. I am the illustrious Arthur Fortune. I usually stream on Sundays from 10:30 to 3:30 Central Time. And I do a number of different things, variety streamer. So I play games, PC and Xbox. I draw sometimes. I'm kind of ADHD, so sometimes I go like for a few months and all I do is drawing, and then I switch all of a sudden, don't touch the drawing, and then I do like music stuff. So I'll play guitar or something, and then I'll do that for 6 months until I get bored again, and then I'll do other things. But I always tend to do some reading. I like reading stories and using the dumb accents that I like to do. Like earlier today on my stream, I was doing read the Jabberwocky and some poetry, Scottish poetry. So that was fun.
Ooh,
Yeah, so I like doing stuff like that. And usually I read H.P. Lovecraft or Edgar Allan Poe. Currently, I'm also reading The Hobbit with characters. So I try to spice it up a bit.
How
and,
fitting that
hopefully I'll
you're
be able to.
reading The Hobbit and Sylvaris finds a slightly
yeah,
peculiar little object.
Ring
fun.
shaped thing. Right. So that's what I'm doing. I'm in the process of moving, so that's why I've been erratic with my schedule lately. But hopefully, in my new space, I'll be able to do more stuff.
Yeah, I think we all feel that. All right.
That's cool. What? Sorry, I was just gonna ask real quick. Did you read? I recommend To a Mouse for some Scottish poetry. A good
Oh, nice.
Burnsian.
Yeah, certainly
stuff.
Burns. I read
Yeah.
some Gerard Manley Hopkins today.
Okay.
That was a nice.
Cool. Nice. Poetry.
All right.
Love that stuff.
Nova, you can go up next.
Okay. I'm Nova Bunny. I don't stream. No. I stream when I have the energy to, and that's not a lot, but I'm getting better at having energy and the spoons to do it. So I'm hoping to get a more, if not a regular schedule, at least more often, not months in between. Just when I can. um I'm with work, my work schedule, I'm gonna getting a promotion. Woo. And then I'll have a more set schedule. So then I have a better idea of when to stream. So keep updated with that. And then I'll definitely stream more. And then I'm a writer kind of sometimes. No, I have published in a poetry book. I'm working on, and that's an ebook. I'm working on a print book right now that will hopefully be published end of this year. We'll see. So
Fingers crossed.
yeah, just working on that, and that's kind of like promotional things that I have going on. Other than that, I'm always excited. I love characters and D&D, so I'm excited to keep doing this, and I appreciate everybody.
We love having you here. It's awesome. All right, Kev, you're up.
Yep. So, Kev, doing a bit of a shift on channels. So, if you guys want to see me stream now, it'll be on this channel. Mondays and Fridays, we're doing morning streams with my friend. We're doing a little Soul Link, Soul Lock on Pokemon Heart Gold. And so if you want to see that, it'll be Monday and Friday mornings, 11 to 3. And then Wednesdays, we're going to like take turns. One of us doing like a solo stream on this channel. It's like a collaborative effort. And then, yeah, other than that, you know, the usual DJ stuff, guitar stuff, all that jazz. And I just want to say thanks to Alex. That was really cool. This session was really cool. I really got like immersed.
I've
in
been waiting
everything
for it. I wanted to.
Yeah.
I wanted it to be good. I wanted
It
to
came out good, man. I was completely just satisfied with that.
Awesome. Thank you.
So thank you. Yeah.
Thank you. And we'll give a shout out to Wekasui as well. She's traveling with her grandmother this weekend, so that's why she couldn't be here. And it was like a last minute thing. But
yeah.
I know she streams usually Monday, Wednesdays, and Friday evenings
Mhm.
on Wekasui. She's also got a YouTube channel, the same
She's awesome.
same name on YouTube. Yeah, she's great. Does games, art, music. She did the art for the emotes that we have here on our channel, and helped me like creating that character. Shy was kind of a collaborative effort between the two of us. So she's great.
That's fun.
And then you all know me, Not Always Alex. Normally stream Tuesdays and Thursdays. We play games. We have fun. We do cool things. So we'll be back Tuesday at 6 p.m. Eastern time. And MJ and Mark as mods, thank you very much for hanging around here. It's Aiken again. I saw you in here earlier. And everybody on Arthur's chat, on Nova's chat, on Kev's chat, everybody that's in here, you guys are all awesome. I hope we entertained you for the last 90 minutes or so.
You have been entertained. Oh, one last thing before we are y'all ready for this?
Oh,
Okay. I'm gonna count down. Ready? 3, 2, 1. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to Alex.
I hear demonic Shin in there too.
Happy birthday to you. Whoa.
That was great. Thank you very much, guys. Thank you.
Happy birthday. It was yesterday, but you
Yes.
know, we gotta do something for the
Related, you know, we still want to celebrate it together.
Yeah. And we sang them as our characters.
That's right.
Correct. I was in character.
Corrupted Shin singing.
But thank you so much.
Thank you,
Alex. I
guys.
appreciate you.
Yes, I appreciate all you guys. We will be in touch on Discord, set up the next session. So
Sounds good.
everybody out there, stay tuned on my channel for the message, and we will catch y'all later. Bye.
Hey, thanks. Bye.
All right, stream is done.